Hello, dear friends. We cannot capture everything that happens with our minds, but we can sense it. Opinion piece. Subtle change. Reverse swing. We feel strange. We make clumsy mistakes. Conceptual confusion. Illusory time. Everything comes to the surface. Floating timeline. The duck cannot be hidden. Let's start. Not feeling weird or awkward lately? This could be a good explanation. The twist has changed according to Jenny Shields. You may have noticed that things feel a little different. There has been a subtle but distinct shift. Some feel it as a big sigh of relief, while others feel lost and beaten. This is to be expected, as we are all at different stages of our soul growth and development. Each of us is on our own journey, with our own history, understandings and contracts. Jenny Shields says that she has changed the spin of ourselves. She saw a human body with the internal spin going in one direction, and then recently changing to spin in the other direction. Within the humankind form, our traumas, illnesses, thoughts, and misaligned patterns could not be turned into a new spin. They were left spinning the old-fashioned way. She saw an image of the body as a whole spinning one way and all our stuff spinning the other way. The result is that anything that doesn't spin in the new way is forced to rise to the surface. It can no longer be hidden. It's not only the physical misalignments that are rising, but also the insecurity, shame, guilt, and traumas that we have. This cannot be brought to the new. We are being challenged not only to see our stuff, but also to heal and overcome it. Until we are able to do that, we will continue to experience discord in our reality. Beliefs and misaligned programming will also show up. Each of us has the choice to align them with heart-centered truth, or to duplicate how we believe it should be. The key is flexibility in all things. Any place where we have hard-line beliefs will be challenged. We may also see more people struggling mentally, and with this, an increase in domestic violence, road rage, etc. Not enough people have the right tools to change and heal all that was deeply hidden. Compassion for others and for oneself will be our greatest strength, because we will all have our moments of losing control to some degree. Timeline. Everyone talks about timelines, but no one defines it exactly, because there is so much confusion about this concept. A timeline is the perception of a being from the present moment to the beginning of our existence. It is a record of your history, as if it were a film bobina, or on which the dates and events that you have lived and perceived are recorded. On it are the experiences of the living being, both the pleasant and the unpleasant ones, that are often stuck in the accumulation of mental baggage, thus trapping your attention and your power. The complete timeline spans from the beginning of time's existence in the being to the present moment. It contains the record of all the lifetimes and interlives of the individual. The illusory timeline occurs when a person takes chemicals that alter the perception of reality in the material universe. This creates reality gaps and fictitious images that form an illusory timeline below the person's level of consciousness that makes healing very difficult. Timelines are graphic representations in the form of a line whose main function is to allow a correct understanding of the time sequence in which one or several phenomena have occurred, indicating by means of different marks on the line the different steps or main elements that have marked the element we are analyzing, and nothing the time in which these steps have occurred. A floating timeline is a narrative device used in fiction, particularly in long-running series in comics and animation, as well as in other media, to explain why characters age little or not at all over a period of time. The term floating timeline is used among the community of comic book authors and readers to refer to series that take place in a continuous present. Future. The Future of Humankind by Kerouac. What you see now is the remnants of the old matrix, the inorganic life form that all that came with it are crumbling and dissolving. The artificial constructs of the old three-dimensional world cannot withstand the higher light of the galactic center, for in the higher frequencies of this light, everything is designed, created, and powered by pure divine energy. There is no Armageddon. There is no Judgment Day. The world is not ending. What you are seeing now in the world is the collapse of the illusion, the artificial false matrix, which was driven by fear, dissolves, and the emergence of a new world. I repeat the phrase. The artificial false matrix, which was driven by fear, dissolves, and the emergence of a new world, a new divine matrix, which is driven by love. A higher consciousness has been established, a new perspective, a new foundation, a new way of peaceful and prosperous living will begin for humankind. You must let go of old, obsolete beliefs to understand the magnitude of what is truly unfolding. Reset News. Jared Rand says currency revaluation is very close and humanitarian funds come first. We have to rebuild the infrastructure of the entire planet. Stay calm because we are prepared for this. Let's be strong while everyone is losing their minds because they don't know what has happened in the last 8 years, says Kat. If the lights go out, know that we are in control. Don't panic. We are prepared and the assets are in place, says Kat. Max Sira reveals that Nigeria has delayed plans to replace its banknotes after chaotic scenes at ATMs. People were freaking out because they didn't print enough, as they hoped people would adopt digital money and start using apps and online banking. But people are resisting and saying no. The Fed warns that cryptocurrencies will shrink to zero and they don't bail them out. US shoots down an identified object over Alaska. The high-altitude object was cylindrical and silver-gray and appeared to be hovering according to ABC News. FBI conducts search of former Vice President Mike Pence's home, according to CNN. A scandal in Spain over trains that cost millions and do not fit in tunnels. Cantabria and Asturias are suffering a 3-year delay in the commissioning of 31 new commuter trains. The problem lies in the fact that, due to confusion over the maximum height and with dimensions of the trains, the machines designed do not fit in the tunnels. Americas. Chile rescues animals affected by forest fires. Forest fires in Argentina, Patagonia, devastate 1,400 hectares. Chilean justice seeks the $17 million that Pinochet's widow left in her will. Chilean police detain a dozen people on the first day of curfew due to the fires. Curious. A rat steals a diamond necklace from a jewelry shop in India. The thief was recorded by a surveillance camera installed in the shop. The rodent got a gift to offer to his beloved on Valentine's Day. A canyon of fire has just opened on the sun. The canyon walls were carved by an erupting filament of magnetism, which went on to form the core of a coronal mass ejection. On 9th February, the Earth's magnetic field tilted southwards, reducing our planet's defenses against the solar wind. Plasma rushed into the Earth's magnetosphere and triggered a geomagnetic storm. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.